Hi, I'm Andrea, and my job is to measure things you can't see. Invisible things like how funny you are or how much you know about math. Of course, I can't just pull out a ruler. I have to create the measuring stick. And I have to put those measuring sticks together in a way that constructs a score for the thing I'm trying to measure. That score goes on the right side of my slide. One of the ways we create measuring sticks is by asking people questions. So, to figure out how funny you are, I could ask, does your mom think you're funny? And then, does everybody think you're funny? And each of those questions is a measuring stick I can use to compare you to other people and figure out who's funnier. But there's a big problem with measuring invisible things, and it's actually something I'm working on right now. Sometimes, when you give somebody the same question more than once, the measuring stick changes. Let's say your mom discovers SNL and finds something funnier than you to laugh at. The next time I give you that question, you might say, no, my mom doesn't think I'm funny. And it will look like your score dropped and you got less funny. But that's not true. You're the same amount of funny. It's the measuring stick that changed. What's the solution to this? In my research, I use models, which are ways of describing things that recognize sometimes that measuring stick changes. Let me give you an example. I work with a great group of researchers who are trying to help teachers get better at supporting students' agency or control in the classroom. They created a 3-year teacher training to help teachers get better, and they gave them questions on a survey 3 times during that training to see if it was working. Now, most people assume that if you give somebody the same question more than once, it's like using the same measuring stick each time. If that's true, it's like the top row in my slide. But as part of my research, I took a closer look and I realized that for some of the questions, they were more like the bottom row. The measuring stick was changing. This can happen for a lot of reasons. Maybe for some of those questions, they were more obvious about the right answer. And by the time the teachers took the question again, it just wasn't measuring what it used to. I'm trying to fix this problem by using models that don't just pretend like all the measuring sticks are the same. Instead, I use measuring sticks from both the top and the bottom rows in constructing my model, and that helps us get a more accurate score. Measuring invisible things is tricky, but it's important to get right. In this case, getting it right means we can have surveys and tests that are fair. And by using the right model, we can be more sure that a person's score is because of the person and not because of the measuring stick.